Hello, I'm Eric Reese, and we're here today to practice Tai Chi Chuan, Yang style short form, along with Qigong warm-up exercises. So we're working on relaxed, deep breathing, settle the mind, and all these things are going to help boost the immune system and regulate a lot of different homeostatic functions of the body. So we're moving toward better health. Let's go ahead and loosen the wrists. Start with a gentle loosening. And we start gently. This helps settle the mind. We drop off the tensions and stresses of the day and start focusing on the breathing. Adjust the posture. Be sure that your body is straight without using any force to make adjustment. Reverse direction, very soft, fluid, oiling the joints, and also stretching the fingers, wrists and fingers. And let's go ahead and loosen the shoulders. Gentle circles. Just 70% or less if you're healing injuries or are especially stiff in the shoulders. Do a little bit less. Very soft. Usually in most Western exercise we work to full capacity, and we're usually wearing a grimace rather than a grin. So Tai Chi is different. We want to relax and enjoy the practice. We should be smiling, and let's reverse direction. So when we have a slight smile on the face, we can imagine sending that smile inside the body to the internal organs, and that's called the inner smile. And that makes us feel better. It acknowledges that the body is functioning and helping us enjoy our lives. And now let's go ahead and work on the waist. And this is a very important area for anti-aging. We want to loosen the body. Let's keep the feet shoulder width on this one and bend the knees a little bit more, as long as that doesn't hurt. We're going to keep the body still, upper body, and just move the middle part. So we're going to circle the hips gently. 10 times. Reverse. In the beginning, you might just be able to move a little bit, but with time and practice, daily practice, the range of motion will increase steadily over time. And that is one way we reverse negative aging, which is what we call aging poorly. And this is oiling the hips and the low back. My teacher was an acupuncturist, and when he taught us that one, he said that if you do that every day, you'll never have lower back trouble. So very important exercise. Let's go ahead and go a little bit wider. Step out with your left foot. We're mirroring each other. And we're going to squat down and do a little more challenging exercise for the knees called grinding corn. So I'm going to make a circle with both hands like this. I'm going to squat down a little bit, eventually getting the hands at the level of the knees and shifting the weight slightly from one foot to the other. Keep the fingers outstretched, the palms open. Notice I'm going a little lower as I warm up. Work at a safe level. How much? 70% only or less if you're healing injuries. Grinding corn. Keep the palms flat, like you're polishing a coffee table with 2 rags. And then gradually rise up, keep moving. And there you're going to discover some muscles you didn't know you have in the legs. You're going to feel each one. Good. Step back in and shake it out. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're a little more warmed up. Now we can also work on balance. Remember to use a chair for as long as you need to, or sit in the chair if you need to do it that way. I'm going to turn my right foot out at an angle and bend that knee. The left leg is up, if we could do it. Otherwise, keep the toe on the ground. 10 circles at the ankle and looking straight ahead. Catch yourself if you're in the habit of looking at the floor. You want to replace that habit with a healthier habit of looking forward. And reverse. Okay, and check if you're getting tense by balancing. If your shoulders are holding tension, work on letting that go. It'll help your balance. Also your mind. Is your mind stressed out when you work on balance? Relax the mind. Continue breathing deeply. 10 circles on the other leg. Ankle rotations. Reverse. And relax. Okay, good. All right. Let's go ahead and get right into some Qigong practice. Now we're a little bit loosened up. You might be feeling a little bit warmer. Let's do picking fruit. One hand opens while the other closes. Notice my hands are not directly overhead. My hands are forward of my body a little bit so that I'm not straining the neck by looking straight up. Picking fruit. Let's go ahead and practice wave hands like clouds from the Tai Chi form. And this posture appears in the second part of the form. Left foot out and drawing 2 circles. Very popular exercise. Easy to learn to meditate while doing it, so it's very relaxing and not strenuous. The eyes follow the direction of the hands. Imagine an opponent. Imagine one in front, protecting yourself high and low. Imagine one on this side, blocking and protecting. Again, one in front, blocking, protecting, or striking. Wave hands like clouds. Settle into your stance. Good posture, shoulders relaxed. fast. Then step back in, shake it out in between. That helps to unblock stuck chi in the body. So we unblock the chi as we practice. We continue to have an abundant flow of chi, energy. It improves all of our health. Let's go ahead and practice another move from the second section, a little more strenuous, called needle at sea bottom. So I'll turn this way first. I'm going to do a shape of brush knee, which we already worked on in the first part of the Tai Chi form. And you're doing brush knee to the right. Remember, we're mirroring each other. You're doing brush knee to the right. Balance. Draw back like you're pulling gently. Reposition the front foot to the toe, or keep it flat on the ground. And bend forward like you're going to help somebody up off the floor who's fallen. So you're going to grab hold of their wrist and offer assistance. And come up, straighten the body, step forward and push. We're back to brush knee. So any part of this can be modified, and you can also do it in a chair. We balance, draw back, point the fingers down. You're going to help somebody. Reach down and offer a helping hand. Come up, body straight, and step forward and push. Balance, draw back, come up, step forward, push. Now we're going to change to the other side. So right now you have your left foot forward. You're doing brush knee to the left. Balance. Draw back. Position the front foot to the toe. Help somebody up. Come up. Step forward and push. Balance. Draw back. Needle at sea bottom. Come up. Push. One more. Relax. Okay, very good. So, needle at sea bottom, we can visualize how we might be using the posture. There's all sorts of different applications, offensive and defensive. Very good for health. Each posture works on the body's health in different ways, strengthens the organs, and as always, we're working on the meditation. Now let's go ahead and do an exercise that's actually based on that posture, needle at sea bottom. And this is the one that when I announce in class that we're going to do it, I hear a lot of people let out a groan because they know a hard work is coming, right? So you're going to have your right foot forward, and this is called planting rice. So just imitate it as best you can. There's only one wrong way to practice. That's no practice. So we're holding rice in the hand. We're going to take one kernel of rice and relax and plant it. Now in the beginning, you might only be able to plant the rice at the level of your waist. Later, you might get down to the level of your knee. Later still, you can put it right into the earth. That's the best way to grow rice, by the way. So you want to put it into the earth. Take one grain. Exhale down. And we want to keep the back as straight as possible. Exhale as you go down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Now we did 5 times. How does it feel? Okay, so at home, once you learn the movement, or pause the video, do 10, do 20. When you're ready and strong enough, do more, 30, 40, 50. I'm running out of fingers. So do more, you're getting stronger. That is a very noticeable improvement in your health. You're strengthening your body. We do it on the other side, holding the rice over the forward leg. Take 1 grain. Exhale, relax. Plant the rice. Inhale up. So you might notice slowing down the breathing is not so easy in the beginning. Again, things improve with practice. I'll move back just a little bit and planting rice. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one of 5. Exhale down. Inhale up and relax. Shake it out. Okay, good. Now let's practice the Tai Chi form. If I can keep my left and right straight. Okay, so I'll start by facing you. Commencement. In this series, we've completed preliminary instruction on all the movements of the first part of Tai Chi. Commencement. Grasp bird's tail to the right. Grasp bird's tail to the left. Let the palms pass each other. You might notice an exchange of energy there when that happens. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Make a bird's beak with your right hand. Step and push. Turn a little bit toward the front, playing the harp. White stork cools its wings. Spread the arms like wings. Brush knee to the left. Playing the violin. Brush knee to the left. Step parry punch, make a fist and turn. Small circular step. Step again, parry, punch. Apparent close up. Cross hands. Close. Okay, so except for the live broadcast, if you're seeking to follow that exercise, then you can just play it again and again at your leisure. That is the first section of short form Tai Chi Chuan, short style. We took out some of the repetitions. Now some important points of practice. So many people have knee damage. A lot of times when I do a group lecture, I'll ask people to put up their hands if they don't have knee problem and or they don't know anyone with knee problem. Put up your hand if you don't have knee problem, if you don't know anyone with knee problem. No hands go up. The knees are the most easily injured part of the body. We need to know how to save our knees, the care and feeding of our knees. So Tai Chi is very powerful for improving a knee that may already be injured. Even a knee replacement, we can strengthen the support muscle around the knee that holds the joint in place, whether real or artificial joint. Very important to learn how to do it. So what we're emphasizing now is that we want 100% of the weight in the supporting leg before the other foot comes off the floor. So I don't want to be shifting the weight in midair. See, I'm showing you a bad example. I'm spending one of my 9 lives. I'm shifting the weight as I move, and then I'm shifting again before my foot touched the floor. That is totally incorrect. Now, when we move fast, like we do all the other times we move, just not in Tai Chi, that won't hurt us very much. Or maybe not at all. But when we go slow, very important, 100%, I can start to raise the heel, but my toe's still on the floor. I'm testing it. Do I have 100% there? And when I do, I can pick the foot up and not move the knee at all. It shouldn't look like this. I pick the foot up and I have to move the knee over there and relocate it. So 100%, I sink down. We call this developing a root, which is going to save the knees and protect the knees and make the knees very strong. 100%, now I can pick the foot up. Still 100%, I put the foot down. No movement here, no wiggling around, no wobbling. 100%, set it down. Now I go back. 100% in the back leg. I can start picking up the front toe. 100%. If I'm not sure, I'm not going to pick it up. It's not safe. 100%. This is like cat stepping. 100%. No movement in this knee. And no loss of balance. So Tai Chi, obviously, the way we're training our muscles, our joints, is the best exercise for balance, which also includes fall prevention. 100% of the weight, 100% of the weight, slow. We should be able to move very, very slow when we do that. Then we know we got it. It takes practice. In the meantime, we may have to practice a different way in order not to injure ourselves. So notice in the first section of the form, we did that, but we want to make sure we do it right. Brush knee. Shift forward, 100%. Pick up the back foot. Shift back, 100%. Set the foot down on the heel. There's no weight there. That way, I could kick. I can't kick if there's even 1% of the weight there. I can't pick the foot up without falling. 100%, 0%. and then step again. And I'll show it on the other side, which is the way it appears in the Tai Chi form. Brush knee, you're doing it to the left. Your left hand is brushing past your left knee. Balance 100%. Balance 100%. You're doing playing the violin. Still balance, so I can pick the foot up without losing my balance. Brush knee to the left. Once again, 100%. 100%. See, 100%. Can kick. Could save your life. Knowing how to do that. And then shift forward. So very, very important principle. And Tai Chi should always help our knees. So if you feel like Tai Chi or any exercise is aggravating the knees, after about, you have to give it 3 months. It takes the body some time to change and transform. Don't decide in 2 weeks. That's not enough time. But after 3 months, if you're not feeling any irritated areas ease up, you're not starting to feel better, then look at the way you're practicing. You might not be doing it correctly. So we really need to pay attention to the knees. So I call myself the knee expert of Greensboro because nobody else will do that unless I pay them. So I call myself the knee expert. I've been practicing Tai Chi Chuan for many decades and no knee problem. My typical work week when I'm employed is about 4 or 5 hours a day. I'm doing the exercise. I'm not just talking people through it. So I figure if my advice was poor, I'd be the first victim of the bad advice. So very important, your knees and every part of your body should improve as we age. That's anti-aging. Unfortunately, we see many poor examples in our society of people who are doing it poorly, aging poorly. And it's our choice. So you found the best exercise. Now begin a steady practice and experience the improvements and benefits for yourself. And on the way in, I drove in to Greensboro from Burlington. It's about a 30-minute drive. And I'm very particular about driving and driving skills. So it's something that I really enjoy paying attention to. You could say I take a little pride in my ability to drive. And I look around and it seems like it's almost the majority of people now are lawbreakers and thinking nothing of speeding. Now, speeding on a highway is one thing, and I do that too, I confess. Take me in. But on a road that's residential, where kids might be playing, where people's pets might be running loose, and cars are doing 50, 55 on a 35 mile per hour zone, that's very irresponsible. So once you take a life, you can't undo it. I think it's a responsibility, very important. What if you're responsible for the stress of other people around you? What if you could somehow take away people's stress? What's the easiest way to do that? How you drive. It affects everybody around you. When people see you behaving courteously behind the wheel, they start to think twice about their behavior. They might start to do what you do. When you're rude and cut people off and run stop signs and ignore red lights, more people tend to do that, thinking it's okay. They're doing it, why shouldn't I? Also, you might have kids in the car. You are modeling driving behavior to your children. So what if your kid grows up, gets behind the wheel, and gets killed in a car accident? What sort of behavior did you model? Were you stopping at stop signs? Were you stopping at red lights? Were you obeying the speed limit? You see a car with baby on board, you've seen those signs, and the driver is speeding through a neighborhood 60 miles an hour, and there's a baby in the car. She's letting you know there's a baby if you have time to read the sign as she whizzes by. But what are we thinking? Are we being mindful when we're basically steering a lethal weapon? So this is all Tai Chi. So as you learn about Tai Chi and the philosophy, I encourage you to change the easiest to change behaviors, and you are totally in control of how you drive. So work on an easy to change behavior. Pay attention. Be conscious. Be aware of others, and take it on as a personal responsibility to help others feel less stressed. Okay, so that's your lecture for today. And we'll go ahead and get ready to close up. We're going to inhale, Tai Chi circle breathing, and exhale down. Inhale, exhale. And step back in with your left foot, and let's just stand for another few seconds, feeling how we feel from our practice. And we'll close up and see each other next week. Fist, right hand, cover the knuckles with the left, clap 3 times.